Right, hello, hello, hello. We are finally back. Your Otosan is here. Your Otosan is home. And it has been way too long. It has been weeks since I've been able to sit down and play again. Since I've been able to sit down and play. So we're going to continue with our Breath of the Wild playthrough. It is 11 o'clock at night where I am. I believe it is, what is it, May 12th, I think, at the moment. I honestly do not know. Let me see if I can see the date. Let's see, what day is it actually? You know, it is May 14th. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what day I'm on. Oh God, just work, 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 work. So we're gonna continue with our Breath of the Wild playthrough. We stopped at this area weeks ago. I tried to play like a week ago, but I just couldn't get to it. Just too many things happening. Just not able to just sit down and focus. So we're gonna really try to get back into it. I'm gonna hopefully try to do it 4 to 5 times a week, if I can. I'm just gonna really try to focus. Trying to organize a bunch of other things. I'll get to those points in a moment. But let's just get to it. Let's not waste time. Again, we got about 45 to about an hour of playtime today. And as usual, we're going to be talking about what's going on in the world. And the main thing we're going to be focusing on first is this video from Legal Eagle. Anyways, let's get to it. And I'll be talking about that. So, oh, that's right. I figured out this puzzle. I didn't finish it. I literally I couldn't figure it out. The ice was melting. And then I stopped before I could finish the puzzle. I realized what it was my sword. The sword that I had was because this game is so freaking cool when it comes to those type of things. Jeez, I forgot the buttons. What buttons am I supposed to use? Oh my god, I'm gonna suck so bad. So the heat sword, I was using the flame swords before on my back, and I love this game. If you keep a warm sword on you, it actually lets you walk through the ice areas without having like clothing or like warm clothing or warm food. You can just use the heat sword. It'll keep you safe, but also it makes the ice block melt. This game is just so freaking cool when it comes to this stuff. Anyways, so we're going to be watching this video by Devin from Legal Eagle. He is a lawyer, and he's going to be talking about basically why he hates Trump, and honestly why you should hate Trump too. Okay, if I get too close it'll probably melt, right? Yeah, so we're gonna get to it. Again, this is a big problem that's happening. Again, just people are biased. Again, everybody has biases. Everybody is biased one way or another, but wait a minute. Wait, did I put that over there already? Can I just push it? Eh. Anyways, we're gonna try to figure it out. Anyways, let's watch Legal Eagle and let him know. He's gonna lay it down. What's wrong with Trump? Again, they're very concise in the way they communicate, stuff like that. So that's why they're much better than me. So let's just get to it. All right. Let's hope it's really low. So let's put that up a little bit. Hopefully it's not too crazy loud. All right, let's do it.
This channel is biased.
There you go.
It's true. Legal Eagle is completely biased. But maybe not in the way that you think. Legal Eagle isn't about Republicans or Democrats, liberals or conservatives. Nice. With few exceptions, Legal Eagle espouses no policy preferences. As a channel, we are agnostic about high taxes or low taxes, huge welfare state or no social safety net, open borders or zero immigration. First and foremost, we're lawyers. We care about good lawyering versus bad lawyering. And we're often asked to advocate to the best of our abilities, specifically about issues that we might disagree with. And our status as lawyers doesn't necessarily mandate that we feel any particular way about any of those policies. Reasonable minds can, and do, differ. When it comes to policy preferences, we lawyers can't tell you the answer. I mean, we can. Individually, we have very strong feelings about all of those things, but we don't think that this channel is the right place or the right avenue to espouse our opinions on those topics. But, and this is key, Legal Eagle doesn't pick sides based on party affiliation. We pick sides based on legal principles and reality. And yes, that means sometimes one side looks worse than the other, not because of partisan bias, but because we think some people are just wrong based on the law. But we admit it,
Real quick.
we are biased. The way we think about it is this.
Okay, so again, the one of the problems is again, he's a lawyer. He's been making videos on YouTube for a long time, but more and more, how the hell am I supposed to get past this? He's been making videos criticizing Trump and Trump's administration, and I've been so I watch his channels when I can. If there's an interesting topic, which is most often about the law. And what the hell? How am I supposed to get past this one? Holy shit! What the hell? Oh my god. So yeah, he's been criticizing Trump's actions much more, or the Republican side much more than the Democratic side. And then you can see people in the comments, not a lot, but people have been noticing that, you know, there's more and more like Trump supporters seem to be popping up in his comment section, and, you know, saying that he's biased. He doesn't criticize Biden or the Democrats the way he should. It's not fair. Yeah, no shit. It shouldn't be fair because one of the groups is completely insane. The other one isn't as insane. There's levels to these things. Anyways, it's just pissing me off because these people, like, I see these people try to justify things not only online but also in real life. People try to justify things like make things equal, when a lot of times things are not equal at all.
We are nonpartisan, but we're not apolitical. The law is the end result of politics, and it's impossible to talk about the law without talking politics. So we think it's important, especially now, to lay it all on the line. What do we stand for?
早いブラウザ
Oh my god. Stop, god damn it. I freaking hate the Japanese commercials. Okay. Real quick, let me see if I can figure this out.
Well, we stand for the rule of law. At the core of everything that we do here is the rule of law. That means that the law applies to everyone equally, whether you're the average Joe or the President of the United States.
Or it should.
The law doesn't, or at least shouldn't, care if you're a Democrat or Republican or the last surviving Whig Party member. When someone breaks the law or tries to twist it into an unrecognizable mess, we'll call it out. If a politician or government official gets caught abusing power, evading legal consequences, or outright ignoring the law, we're gonna cover it. And if that offends your partisan sensibilities, well, that's a you problem. We stand for access to justice and judicial independence. We believe in access to justice, the idea that the law shouldn't only work for the rich and powerful. If a system is stacked against everyday people, or if the courts are being manipulated for political purposes, that's a huge problem. We think judges should be neutral arbiters of the law, not political operatives handpicked to rubber stamp an agenda. And if a judge starts acting like a political hack, we're going to talk about that too. We stand for legal education and ethics. This channel at its core is about legal education, helping people understand their rights, how the legal system works, and why bad legal arguments deserve to be obliterated. That means debunking misinformation, breaking down landmark cases, and of course, absolutely roasting terrible legal takes. We also stand firmly for human rights and civil liberties. That includes issues like due process, free speech, and personal freedoms. We believe in freedom of speech in the First Amendment sense. The First Amendment only protects you from government suppression of speech, not from consequences, criticism, or getting dumped on.
This is a big thing from this handsome man. Okay, so, God, I'm not going to be able to figure this out. Jesus Christ, what am I missing here? Okay, this is a big thing that people, again, especially right now with freedom of speech. Again, I'll probably cover this recently with hopefully maybe tomorrow's video with Hassan Piker, who was basically detained when he was traveling. Hassan Piker is a political commentator, and he is an outspoken critic of Trump. He was detained in the airport, and a lot of people are saying that, oh yeah, or some people that hate him are saying that, yeah, he doesn't have the freedom of speech doesn't protect him from what he says. And again, they fundamentally misunderstand what freedom of speech actually means in America. Again, every country has different levels of freedom of speech, but in America, it just basically, America is one of the freest countries for freedom of speech, but it's not 100% free. But the biggest thing is, again, Republicans or people that are kind of towards that side of the spectrum, the political spectrum, they think freedom of speech means they can just be assholes. They can say whatever they want without getting in trouble. No, freedom of speech, for the love of Christ, check the goddamn Constitution. Again, the Republican judges that you guys appointed were the ones that actually solidified it, what freedom of speech is, because, basically terrorist groups also have freedom of speech in America. Other countries, they would not. Let's see. Okay. Will that work? God, I hope so. Let's see. It. Oh! What the hell, man? This is bullshit. What the hell? How am I supposed to go into there? Continue, yes. The thing is, the freedom of speech is basically that you can say whatever you want and the government can't come after you. That's it. That's all it is. That's it. You can say whatever you want against the government. You can criticize the government. That's the whole point. You can criticize the government and politicians and they can't come after you. That's what it is. That's it. But a lot of people, especially the ones that support Trump, or they say that, oh, they're center or whatever kind of stuff, and they just want to use it as an excuse to be assholes. That's it. They want to get basically have their cake and eat it too. Just say whatever hateful things they want to be able to say and not face any consequences for it. For example, one of the things that happened recently was this woman that was, taken. She was caught basically saying the N-word to a small child. There we go. That's how we're doing it. She was caught saying the N-word to a small child, and everybody was basically saying, "Oh, doesn't she have freedom of speech?" When a lot of people were criticizing her, she shouldn't say that. Yeah, she has freedom of speech. She can say it, but we can basically say that we hate her for it. We're not gonna give her flowers for calling a small autistic child like the N-word. Basically what happened. All right. I'm sorry. Anyways, yeah. So he's explaining it, but that's the thing. It's so goddamn irritating that people cannot get this basic concept of what freedom of speech actually means. Again, you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater. You cannot basically make lies about people. Again, freedom of speech. Oh, so I can just say whatever I want about anybody. No, you can't. That's called you can be held liable for things. There's laws against this stuff. Again, they just make up whatever they want so they don't get in trouble for the crazy crap that they say. Anyways, all right, let's try this again. All right, anyways, let's get to it. Sorry, legal.
On for a really dumb take. But we also really, really believe the government has no business regulating or punishing speech or belief. And what we stand for also dictates what we stand against.
Oh my God.
We stand against political corruption and abuse of power. This should be obvious, but corruption is bad. When politicians use their positions for personal gain, break the law with impunity, or turn government institutions into their personal enforcers, that's a problem. Whether it's Bob Menendez or Donald Trump, we're gonna call it out regardless. Now, we can have a philosophical debate about what qualifies as the law. Spoiler, it's not just the words that are codified into statutes or cases, but it includes norms and mores, and when those are validated, we'll call that out too. As members of the legal system, we absolutely despise weaponizing that system, whether it's through frivolous lawsuits, politically motivated prosecutions, or bad faith legal arguments designed to obstruct justice. When people try to use the courts as a bludgeon rather than a shield, we think that's an abuse of the legal process, and we stand against it. We stand against lying, ignorance, stupidity, and cringe. Look, we love a good legal argument, but what we don't love is lying, ignorance, and stupidity. And there's a big difference between arguing in good faith and just spewing nonsense. We enjoy a hearty debate, but if you're gonna debate or argue, do it on the merits. We also think we need to bring back a little shame and a little self-respect. But unfortunately, standing up for the rule of law is not evenly distributed.
Yes, we need more shame.
We believe that all of these things are non-partisan, and if they are partisan, then your party sucks. But to say that both sides do it is as true as it is irrelevant. These ideals are not, at the moment, equally shared. So let's address the elephant in the room. People love to accuse this channel of being biased or anti-Republican because we've been highly critical of Donald Trump. So let me be as clear as possible.
Here we go.
We don't dislike Donald Trump because he's a Republican. We hate President Donald Trump because he is actively dismantling the rule of law.
Yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. That's what I've been saying since I started actually talking about this stuff. Again, I do not hate Trump because he's Trump. I hate him because he's Trump. No. I hate him because of the actions that he's taken. I hate him because of his history. I hate him because of what I've seen him do. Not what I've seen other people say about him. Eventually, I ended up, again, taking people for their word when, I see enough of people to give out information about politics or this and that. I realized, okay, these people can be trusted. These people are, can be listened to. For example, Kyle Kalinske, Rational National. These, you might say, oh, they're left. Yes, because I'm sorry to say, they actually use information that has been verified by other people. People that actually spend their life studying these things or working on these issues by actually going to school studying about it. They're not just YouTubers. They're people that actually work in those fields, and they gather information from those people, and they, give it for other people to listen to. They don't just say random shit online, like Tim Pool and a bunch of others. But yeah, that's the thing. So again, I made my decision watching Trump from years ago. One of the biggest ones that for me was this is again decades ago now. This is during the New York when it was called the oh man, what the hell was it again? I forgot the Parkland Five, I believe, in New York, where there was these five young men that were accused of assaulting a woman, and they found out that the police basically coerced them into admitting to a crime that they did not do, from the information that we've gotten now. Wow. The information that we've gotten now. And what the hell? Yeah. Okay. And the big thing was that Trump at that time, again, he just likes to place himself, again, because he's a narcissist. He likes to place himself into the middle of issues if he can. He did the same thing when he was before he even started campaigning against Obama. When Obama was trying to be president the first time, he basically was Trump basically put himself in by basically accusing Obama of not being born in America. There was no basis in his claims, but just Trump basically just said, "Oh yeah, his name is whatever. His middle name was like Hussein, Obama Hussein. I'm sorry. What the hell was his name? Actually, Barack Hussein Obama. That's his name. That's his name. That's the one. And just Trump said he wasn't born in America. He was fake birth certificate, whatever. All this crazy shit that turned out to be fake, and he was just lying and all this type of stuff. He put himself into that thing, but the same thing again happened before. If anybody actually paid attention to it, again, when those young men were accused of committing the crime of assaulting the woman, Trump basically said that he would push for their execution. Basically, he wanted them to be killed. Basically, yeah, they can't get away with this. They gotta be basically punished severely for what they did. And he took out, I think, in the Washington Post for New York, he took out a place in the newspaper at the time, and basically basically saying that they needed to be executed, and all this type of crazy stuff. And then the big thing that happened with it showed me what kind of a person he is, which is narcissistic, can't admit he's wrong, just a horrible person. Um, After the people were found out to be innocent, these boys, again, for this crime, if they did something else, that's not the point. It's that crime, that's called the rule of law. They were being prosecuted for that crime. Uh, that they were found innocent, and the newspaper actually did another interview with Trump, and they told him like, okay, so you said that you wanted these kids to be executed. I mean, like, are you going to take back what you said about them, the Parkland Five boys? Uh, you were wrong. They were innocent, but you said you wanted them to be executed. And Trump at that time, again, it's really chilling if you just think about the kind of person who would say this. He said, "Oh, I still think." So Trump said, again, I'm paraphrasing because I watched this video like a long time ago and I haven't looked for it. I watched it a few times actually, but not recently. Ooh. Oh, get your butt back here. I want your ass. Wait a moment. Wait a moment. God damn you, chunky boy. Holy shoot. Where are you going? Oh my god, that guy's fast, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe if I can do this. Wait a minute. Oh, damn, the wind! The wind! The wind! Wait a moment. 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 Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wait a moment. Oh, man. Blows. Okay, this is cool, though, man. This is cool wherever we are. All right. You can see many things now. You can see... Oh, wait. Oh, shit. That's that star thing again. Yay! I want to get that, too. Alright, that's fun. Okay. So again, I'm sorry about this. Basically Trump. Oh my God, is that the guy? Oh shit, it is. God damn it, man. They're all over the place, man. Okay. Okay. So there's a guy right here. I'm gonna mark it when I get some. How do I do it again? Oh, boo, 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 boo. What the hell is this? What is this? Icon? What the? Is this for me walking around? Holy sh! I never knew Hero's Path mode. That's crazy. That's so freaking cool. That's awesome. I never knew that. That's so cool. God damn, this game has so much shit in it. Holy crap. Hero's Path mode, Sheikah sensor. No. Well, pick. How do I. Wait. God damn it. Where the hell do I. Rude, there it is. Hell. Wait, no. What the. Stamp. Okay, there. Stamp and pin. Okay. I thought I pressed it. Okay, then my bad. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna go. I'll leave you alone, my friend. Okay, so basically, Trump said, this was chilling at the time, we should at least, he says, again, I'm paraphrasing, but they should still be punished because they most likely did something. That's insane. He's just wants to still punish these kids, or, I guess more young men now, at the time, just to double down, just to admit that he wasn't wrong. he still wants to have them punished because there's no evidence. He has nothing that says that they're guilty of anything at that time. But because he doesn't want to be proven wrong, he doesn't want to back down. He just says to the reporter, "Yeah, I wanted them executed, but they even though they were found innocent, they probably still did something." You could interpret that as being racist because they were basically mostly brown African American kids, but that's completely freaking insane. Like, just how can you be so childish? I don't know how else to say it. You cannot back down. You cannot admit you're wrong. What is this place? What is this village? Root-tail Lake. Oh! Ah-ha-ha! I don't think I've ever been here, have I? We're gonna go to the top of that mountain right there. That's for damn sure. There we go. And we got something in the water right there. Yeah, so again, at that time, so what the hell? Oh, I get it. What? This game is insane, man. Oh! Oh god, I can't see it. Ah, almost in there. Oh god, this is so stupid. Alright, wait a minute. God, this game is so fun. I wish I could just do it all day. Oh, responsibilities. Again, oh, it went in. Again, so again, as Devin is saying, Legal is saying, again, they hate him because of what he's basically done. He's destroying the rule of law, but for me, again, yeah, I hate him because the kind of human that he is because of what he's done. He's just a horrible, horrible person that people voted for. The hell? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? What the? Huh? Can I get up there? Yeah. Alright. There we go. There we go, that's better. Alright, there we go. Eesh. What the? Get your ass in there. Oh, God. That was an interesting one. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
To the extent the MAGA movement, such as it is against the ideals that we've just described, we are against that movement as well.
Exactly.
At the moment, there is a reckoning among commentators who now see the authoritarian and outright fascist tendencies of the current president. They meekly defend themselves by rhetorically wondering, who could have seen it coming? Well, we did. We saw it coming.
Again.
We saw it in his first term, we saw it before he ran for president, and we definitely saw it in the 4 years after he was voted out of office. Unfortunately, we lawyers were Cassandras. If you know what the law is, it's not hard to see when people aren't following it. And unfortunately right now, many people are gleefully casting the law aside because it's politically expedient. But that is the ultimate in short-term thinking. The signs were there in broad daylight.
Yes.
Need I remind you that Donald Trump is a felon? Just because he wasn't punished doesn't mean he isn't a criminal. He's an adjudicated criminal and felon for financial crimes, but had the Supreme Court not interfered, he would almost certainly be a felon for state crimes, pressuring state officials to find votes, election crimes, trying to overturn a free and fair election through, among other things, the fake elector scheme, obstruction crimes, obstruction of justice and lying, and national security crimes, stealing classified documents, hiding them, and lying about it. But on top of that, he was found civilly liable for defamation related to his sexual assault of E. Jean Carroll, defrauding the state of New York, and running fraudulent charities. And that doesn't even get into his bankruptcies or other settlements. Donald Trump has been indicted 4 separate times on 91 felony charges. That's a record, and not the good kind. And on top of that, he was impeached twice. once for withholding hundreds of millions of dollars of U.S. aid to Ukraine in an attempt to
Yep.
solicit a bribe in the form of fabricating dirt on his political
Oh my
rival, Joe
God, it's
Biden,
endless,
and
man.
once for inciting the insurrection that led to the riot that infiltrated the U.S. Capitol and sought to prevent the certification of the Democratic election. Now, we can debate whether those things are crimes, but there is no doubt that they are or should be politically disqualifying. And now, in his second term, Trump has sought to avoid the constitutional order entirely to, among other things, illegally impound billions of dollars of congressional funds,
Nice.
illegally weaponize the justice system, illegally pull criminal prosecutions as political favors, illegally shut down federal agencies, illegally deport people with zero due process, illegally punish First Amendment protected speech and assembly, illegally punish lawyers and law firms he doesn't like, illegally remove security clearances as political punishment, illegally arrest judges he doesn't like, illegally dole out political benefits to his friends and family members, illegally solicit bribes through operating his businesses and crypto schemes. Second term, same as the first. But rest assured, if tomorrow a Democratic president came along and did half the things that Trump has done, we would roast them just as hard. This is not about party. It's about whether the law still means anything. This isn't just bad politics, it's banana republic tin pot dictator nonsense. If any other president had done any single one of these things, they would be a legal footnote next to Richard Nixon. And when a Democrat or a libertarian or a communist or a Green Party member engages in manifest illegality or norm breaking, we cover that too, as we did with Eric Adams, Bob Menendez, and when Joe Biden pardoned his son. We don't criticize President Trump because we hate Republicans. We criticize Trump because he is actively trying to dismantle democracy, corrupt the legal system, and place himself above the law. That is a problem no matter what your party is. And look, if you think that this is bias, then let me make a deal with you. The moment a Democrat tries to overturn an election, hoard classified documents, solicit bribes, or pressure the DOJ to arrest political enemies, we'll make an entire video roasting them too. Because this isn't about partisanship, it's about the rule of law. As I've said before, I hear the comments from those of you who wish the channel didn't focus so much on Trump. I hear you, and I agree with you. I wish I didn't have to think about him at all, let alone continually research and analyze completely unprecedented and authoritarian legal moves every single day. But unfortunately, when it comes to understanding the law, media literacy, whether we're talking about traditional media or Joe Bob's freewheeling independent podcast for free thinkers, TM, is abysmal. And we will continue to tirelessly explain both the legal and illegal moves of this increasingly dictatorial president. And we will continue to work to broaden our scope to make sure we don't leave out other legal stories and get back to the fun law splainers and reactions. So is Legal Eagle biased? You're damn right we are. We care deeply about the rule of law and we're not gonna hide it. Being objective doesn't mean both sidesing things. We can't do a story about a Democrat doing something illegal every time Trump does something illegal because there just aren't enough Democrats. The lawbreakers.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. Like, try to make things equal. They're not equal. That's the whole point. That's the problem. That's why they have to be criticized. That's why they have to be taken out of office. That's why they have to be dealt with. It's not equal. Again, this is the thing that my coworker said. Actually, I think I said it in a certain way, but then my coworker, he said something. No, I think I was the one that said it, and then me and my coworker were talking about it. He was, what the fuck? So what the hell's throwing the rocks at me? So weird. Basically, we're not saying that Biden and them haven't done anything wrong. Again, Nancy Pelosi with her, insider trading, her and her husband, Biden with his, support of Israel, all the other politicians, the other guy that was basically, the other Democrat was basically getting bribed with like gold bars. Again, there are Democrats that do things that need to be called out, but the level is totally different. That's the problem. Trump is destroying what America fundamentally is. That's the problem. Every single thing that he's done since he's come in from winning the presidency for the second time, I think like literally everything that he's done has been against the law. It's been against the Constitution in some way or another. And again, all these people constantly, the Constitution, everything is the Constitution. They don't really care. They never really cared. It was just something to cover up what they really wanted to do. Just to, again, it's the same thing. Uh, they these people constantly are disingenuous. They don't really believe what they're saying. They just trying to find what anything that they can to use it against you. They're trying to use your own goodwill will against you if you're fighting against them. So, for example, when somebody might get passionate, Democrat or somebody like that, might get really upset about somebody that did something horrible from the other side, or anybody, somebody that maybe the other side supports, and then they might say something really harsh or strong, maybe make fun of the guy's, maybe somebody's weight, or say something really, really strong. Um, the other side will say, "Oh my God, you guys are so hateful. I thought you were the guys of peace and love. I thought you guys wanted to that's not the way you guys are supposed to act." And just try to pick you apart with your own good intentions when they don't really care. The same thing happened recently with again with there was one of the State of the Union, I believe Trump did. There was something there was I believe it was the State of the Union or something. um is it gone? Is the star gone? No, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I really gotta go to that lightning area again. Yay, bird's eggs. Give it to me. God damn, has it disappeared? So, yeah, there was something that Trump did, like some kind of speech or something like that, and they invited like a boy with, I believe he had cancer. There was a boy that was really, really, really sick, and the Trump's administration invited him. What the? Oh, that was my power. I was wondering what was going on. Right. They invited him to as like a dream thing. He wanted like, what the hell was it? Like the young boy wanted to be a policeman or a firefighter or something like that, and they made him like an honorary firefighter for that in that thing. Oh yeah, you're a firefighter. They're trying to give him like his wish before he probably will pass away. Um, and the Democrats didn't applaud. They didn't they didn't support that gesture that Trump did, and then Trump's administration basically, in the propaganda like Fox News and the people that the TV stations that support Trump, the newspapers that support Trump, are basically saying, look at the Democrats. They can't find joy in anything, or they can't support Trump at all. Like, this is a sick kid. Like, how can they not clap? And then Joe Rogan also like, oh my God, how can you not clap for a young kid? The reason why they didn't clap is because they knew what was really going on. That the week like before or something like that, Trump and his administration basically signed a bill that took the kids' chance to live away, and other children too. They cut cancer research. They cut the funds for cancer research, and they're constantly cutting uh health insurance for people, for veterans, all these type of services for people. They are constantly cutting it, so it's all like they're oh, it's all just a photo op. Oh, this kid looks cute. Let's give him his little wish, okay, and then we don't have to deal with the boy again. But if you paid attention to anything that's actually going on, you know that what they're doing is basically hurting this kid. Uh, what like the policies that these scumbags support, they're hurting these kids. They're going to cause more to get hurt or die from their sicknesses. Not just kids, adults. It's just horrible what they're doing, and they're not focusing on that. Those newspapers, those TV stations aren't focusing on those things. They're just, oh, this, they didn't clap for this kid that's dying. Yeah, it might sound bad, but it's worse. Like, what's really going on? Like, but I'm sorry to say, a lot of Americans are so stupid. The ones that support him, like, that's what they want. They want to be fed like this cheap cake, whatever, this like sweet thing for their eyes. Just doesn't really. If you have any sense of to actually do research, you'll see that it's just meaningless, just photo ops. Ooh, did the lightning stop? Is there a scrap? Tundra platoon. Nah. So I have not been here, huh? God, this game is amazing. Anyways, all right, let's get finished
Ranking
up.
isn't evenly distributed, and we're not
Yeah.
going to tell you a fairy tale that they are. And if that bothers you, maybe it's time to start demanding better from your politicians. Maybe
Yep.
you should be biased too.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to this op-ed. Admittedly, this video contained more opinion than most of our normal videos. If you'd like to support the mission of this channel to demystify the legal miasma that we live in, one way to do so is by signing up for our homegrown streaming platform and sponsor, Nebula. On Nebula, you can watch all of our videos ad-free and early because our videos always go up on Nebula first. This channel has been increasingly demonetized this year on YouTube. For example, our recent video about how the government cannot legally deport citizens was
All right, we're gonna
demonetized on
finish it up
YouTube
there.
because it showed a single.
We're gonna finish it up there for this video. What? Let me see. Let me see. One moment, please. One moment. All right. We're gonna finish. Yeah. That video up right there. Again, he's just showing his other platform, which is Nebula. Again, if you guys really want to support some good, it's you have to pay for it, but it's kind of like another YouTube where they can actually do more serious documentations, and actually the creators can actually get more money for all the work that they put in. If you have the money, if you have the resources to pay for that service, I would recommend you do so. I don't have it right now. I gotta spend all my little extra cash on teaching materials and stuff like that for the kids that I have to deal with. Not deal with, I mean, enjoy teaching, but yeah, deal with sometimes too. Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment, but yeah, let's just finish up the point. Again, that's the thing. It's just all this type of crap is just team sports for all these type of people. A lot of the people that support Trump online, the people that make other videos, it's all just blood sport for them. They don't really care. They're like, again, using Temple, what's it, what the hell was his name? Rubin, whatever the hell's Dave Rubin, Dave Dubin, whatever the hell his name is. All these guys, they were found out to be getting money from Russia. Again, all these people that say about, the election was stolen, or Trump won, all this type of stuff, or supporting American patriotism, when they're getting freaking money from the Russians to spread propaganda and basically destroy America because they don't give a shit. They just want to get theirs. That's it. Damn, there's got to be a way to get up there. This is so interesting. So interesting. Yep. And it's horrible, horrible. Just destroying the country for they're just getting their bag. That's it. Bullshit, man. These people are disgusting. Damn, it is tough, this place. Always raining. Anyways, so yeah, what's been going on with me? It's what? It's a 43 right now, so we're gonna be probably finishing it up real soon. But again, as I said, just been really, really busy with work. Had to start a few new classes to help with some schools, including my normal job that I do. And, some teachers called me to help with some things. So I'm always more than happy to do these things to, help the kids. I mean, that's why I've collected all these materials that I have, and all the stuff that I make in my free time. It's useless if I don't actually use it. So going to be having to prepare for a lot of classes coming up every week. Well, it's cute. A bunch of little rugrats. Little munchkins, little nuggets running around me. It's jumping all over. There are a bunch of goddamn monkeys. It's one of them is where my son actually used to go to daycare. So that was about, my youngest one was 8 years ago now. So, I really wish a lot of the teachers said, like, why didn't I, again, in Japan, a lot of times, like, if you're, again, in rural, I don't know about bigger city areas, but in rural areas, you kind of, see people, Ooh, what is that? What is that? Wait, that's just a goddamn inn. I am such a freaking idiot. Okay. All right, this is what we're gonna stop it. Yeah, but a lot of the people, just like jobs too, when you change a job or leave a job, sometimes they expect you to come back just to visit them and chit chat and talk. And like my kids used to go there, so the family after the kids leave the daycares, a lot of times the families will eventually visit them again. Or when the kids get a little bit older, or when they're going to another grade, and then the teachers usually love to see the kids growing up even outside of the daycare. But I am way too goddamn busy to have done that. Unfortunately, I'm trying to be better. But goddamn, so busy. Actually working, not just doing a school job over here. A lot of that's why, as I've said, a lot of the people that come over here just to do like a teaching job, um, it's a lot of them, it's end up becoming too comfortable. Let's just say that, because the schedule is very, very nice. You go in there a little bit later than you have to, that other people do. Usually leave before other people do, and not a lot of responsibilities, so pretty sweet gig, even though the money never goes up. Uh, what are you going? Did he say Wanderlust? Did he go Conan the Barbarian on me? Hey, it's you again. Oh, Beetle, glad to see you. What are you looking for? Oh, he said like something. Like Wanderlust. That was cool. What have you got? Let me see real quick. Arrows, always welcome. Why am I such a freaking idiot? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Give me all your goddamn arrows. Okay. And then what the hell is this? These are summer wing. Okay, with most parts to create elixir that makes you feel warm. But this is the I don't know. The kind of warm, right? All right, we're gonna be finishing up here. We're probably gonna talk about Hassan's detention. A lot of people are talking about it right now. Again, against the law. Again, just the Constitution doesn't seem to mean anything at the moment. And a lot of other people like that now hate Hassan, like Ethan Klein, Asmongold, all these other stupid ass YouTubers. Yeah, I was about to say. Wait a minute. What is okay? What is this elixir? What the hell am I looking at? All these ridiculous people. I was trying to say all these people that just don't have any lizard and then this thingy, and it makes this type of elixir. Okay, I gotcha. Anyways, just so much crazy shit going on. Just gotta keep this up every day. Gotta do it better. Gotta do it better. All right. Until hopefully tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, and so once you're left, remember, there should be no political teams, left, right, not center. You should be not center on basically anything. There's always like something is better or worse than another. There should be no center, and again, for this type of thing that's happening recently, there's no center at all. Trump and his administration are complete psychopaths that are just trying to destroy America because they just want to basically make it again a modern fiefdom, a modern monarchy, basically with several different monarchs ruling, like basically goddamn Game of Thrones in our current time. That's what they want to make. And there's nothing equal to, again, the Democrats also suck because they don't actually want to change anything, but that's why we got to get better people in. But right now, you got to first get Trump the hell out of there. Remember, check your local areas to see if there's any demos or anything. Get out there. Get out there. It's not just about being on your computer. Get out there. You got to put some skin in the game. or else nothing's gonna change. Alright, take care of yourselves once you love free Palestine. Alright, good night. I forgot to whistle in the beginning. It has been so goddamn long. Wow. Okay. Okay.